I think when we are saying what if the future comes tomorrow, what happens with our plans? To me, what are we planning? Are we talking like 5 years? 4, 3, 2, 1, next month, next quarter, tomorrow? And I think as leaders, the plan is as good as the ownership that your teams have. And while you were from HR, I think HR always wants the CEOs to own the people and not just leave it to HR as if it's their problem. But I think the point being that whatever we plan has to be literally on the leader's radar every day. It cannot be something that I come back to every 6 months or every quarter because the board asked for an update, etc., etc. It has to be on my table every day. And I have to keep revisiting my execution on a daily basis because I can't expect every level in the team to be doing that. I am the one who is that lighthouse, which has to see how far out I can see to understand what the signals are showing, right? I mean, I loved the AI JD example, and it was just reminding. So I kind of promoted my startup. It's an integrated health and wealth platform. And believe me, while you were talking about the JD of an AI expert, I was thinking about all the JDs AI helped us create, right? And I'm like, look at the change that happened from a couple of years ago, not having an AI expert JD to actually AI creating all my JDs today, right? So to me, the rate at which we've adopted something like AI is amazing. Now it is in our hands to use it to our strength. So for me, I think it's more about if the future is coming faster and faster at you, one, how clueless are you about how fast it's coming? And that just shows, well, you weren't as clued in as you needed to be. The other is use it to your advantage because I think, and especially in a country like India, I mean, we took COVID as an example. So when COVID happened, and because we've been in this whole health spectrum, when COVID happened, everything went online, DIY, you want to talk to a doctor, everybody wants to stay away from everybody. When COVID waned away, look at the rate at which, while we were still online and digital, everything became, I mean, we were all experts on that, the physical aspect came back, right? So for me, it is about if the future came tomorrow and then became day after, it is the swing that we need to be able to manage. And that just means you are on it every day. You are not looking at it at an extended point in time because then you're just missing the boat of the opportunity.
So I think the important essence, what I found is, no matter technology has to come and go, it is not a permanent thing. The rate of change is going to be faster and faster. The core is that how we really create our human aspect of where I think the acceptance angle that, okay, whatever we are creating today, tomorrow, it's not forever. Possibly, whatever the skill sets we all have as a leadership, we all have to upskill and possibly make this mindset as we go down in the organization as well. So I feel that, to tackle the future, I think the best is that when you go back to your basic instincts and the foundational skills of survival and building your fabrics which can stay in action. And I think the VUCA to Bani, now we call it, right? It's a
what is Bani?
It's called something like a brittle, ambiguous, non-linear, and incomprehensible. If I'm correct,
I have
right?
to update my director.
Yeah, so I think the things are changing so fast that possibly the geopolitics example. Yeah, so I think it's good to have a comprehensive view and framework. But at the end of the day, it's how you treat the people, how you build the people as a strength for yourself, who is going to stand in a known and possibly they can get the answer from the ecosystem.
If I can just add. Sure. See, this process has to be, it's not that, when I say you prepare for it, you learn for it, it's not a one-time process. This process has to be continuous, right? It's all the time process, if I can call it. Your learning across levels, right, has to be a continuous process, number one. Number two is, I think everything what we do in some shape or form has to be measurable. Because if it is not measurable, somewhere you kind of, lose the essence of it. And so you basically have to keep adapting to the change, which is really happening, right? So change management in organizations through continuous, through continuous learning, which can then help you really measure, you know, whatever inputs you have kind of spend efforts, time, and money on. What is the output of it, right? Is it worthwhile? If not, change course pretty soon. I don't wait. So, we call it, if we have to fail too fast and move on, right? Rather than just waiting for a very long period of time. Yeah.
I just want to add one last skill. Sorry. I think the need of the hour, probably with the world that we live in, is how we can build resilience. So this is true for leaders. This is true for all the people down the line who we manage, because at the end of the day, I think when you are resilient, you can take on the onslaught of any kind of challenges. It gives you the ability to sort of bounce back.
I'm just a little intrigued. Your question sounds, with everybody's thoughts, I'm just thinking sounds like it is all about pessimism. Oh my God, the future has arrived. Now what do I do? Versus, oh my God, it's here and there's so much that I can make happen. So somewhere, and I don't know if it is cultural to us here in our country, but we are always like this worried lot about, okay, what's going to happen?
Yes.
Versus there is so much opportunity. Whether it's AI, whether it is regulation, there's always enough going on. It's about whether you picked it up and you said, let me see if in this case, I would make this an opportunity for me to enhance my business potential, because that's what I am here for. I'm not here only for philanthropy. And I think that whole mindset, which is, and somebody did mention that, you are like the person who has to pass on the messages. The tone at the top is what needs to be like, what, how do we make an opportunity about anything that comes our way? Versus saying, oh my God, now this has hit us. How do we deal with this? It's not about dealing. It's not about, oh my God, the future arrived tomorrow. Tomorrow is the future. And guess what? We had so much opportunity sitting over here. So, it's a
Correct.
standard operating procedure. All CEOs in India,
Wonderful.
OMG, everybody's
Great.
like.
So,